Welcome to the Irish Examiners 2014 Hurling Championship debate, and we're delighted to have all our special guests here in the Rochestown Park Hotel. Donal, Cusack, Enda, McEvoy, Michael Moynihan, Tony Considine, Eoin Cormican and Diarmuid. Lads, I suppose to get us underway, I want to look to the future. Liam Sheedy, his work looking at the game of hurling, how big of a job does he have, and what are the key issues that you think he needs to tackle? I'll start with you there, Donal.
Well, it's look, it's where do you start? Is the would be the question there. I think it's like we have this game that we it's such a beautiful game. It's so much part of who we are, where we're from, our people, and we can't seem to even play it in every county in Ireland. I think football is one of the biggest challenges that hurling faces. People are obviously very passionate about football in certain counties, and they see hurling as a threat. Is one of the
But I'm saying somebody in Croke Park should
have
that.
Hand it off.
Look at Donald. If something comes up in the morning, Croke Park will control it. Don't anyone doubt about that. Croke Park will control it.
You know, I don't care if you're trying to run a sport properly, if you're trying to run a business properly, if you're trying to run anything properly. Sometimes you have to revisit everything that's been done, and sometimes it means actually undoing a lot of what has been done. And like you need courage to do it, you know. But it could be done, and it could be done very, very.
Fundamental change.
It's fundamental, but it's major structural change is needed here, and you need central control on it. And I think one of the biggest problems we have at the moment are the colleges. That's right. You know, it used to be just Fitzgibbon Cup was just those knockout games, but now you have the higher education leagues, you have first years, you have freshers, you have all the different leagues. But not only that, but the demands, the training demands that have been put on those guys is huge again. And it's all, most of that is falling guys under 21 because they are also involved in under 21. And a lot of these best players are playing hurling and football. You know, so the thing you need is somebody to grasp the nettle. And it is a nettle, it's a bloody big nettle.
And that's why you have a kind of an intersection of resources and autonomy here, which can't be resolved, because what's the obvious solution would be to get rid of the provincial councils, I think, and get the counties to run their own thing, then come down from Croke Park, the kind of an overarching strategy. But do you think anyone in the Munster Council is going to
don't make it inter-county level? He said that he had a lot of tip lads, and the problem there was they were tip hurler and nothing else. And he told them, he goes, you need to like focus in your life outside the whitewash. That way, when you come back to me, you'll be a better hurler.
Like I'm good at nothing else.
Yeah.
That's the ideal situation.
It is, yeah.
And it's that too. Look, you have to ask me that question. Like plenty of other interests in life that would keep you interested, but playing for Cork was a huge part of my life, and it's the same. And it's a brilliant thing that we've saw our young people. Everything we've spoken about here is that, you know, the challenges of fixtures, the challenges of the economy, the whole political world that's going on, but that we've got young men and women in Camogie and that want to go out and give so much of themselves.
He changed his team every day. He went out in the league this year, if my memory is right. I suppose the big thing for him is, I think anyway, is how can he protect the fellas that have done a lot for Kilkenny. And I noticed this year he played Paul Murphy at cornerback, he played Brian Kinney at the other corner to protect JJ. Now, you don't want to protect JJ too much because he's such a fantastic player. I think JJ is one of the best defenders I've ever seen. I think he's the greatest defender I've ever seen. Now, he has put Jackie Terrell centre back, and he's brought Killian Buckley back, another guy with a bit of pace, and he's put Paul Welch on the other side of him. Now, I think Kilkenny still have problems at centre back. I just think Jackie is a corner back. I can't.
Centre back for the club.
I know he's centre back for the club, but as we know, it's slightly different than inter-county. I just felt that they actually made the move of the game, I thought, in the league final. That he took off Joey Holden, he brought on Lester Ryan, and he put Paul Welch back wing back, which Paul Welch started centre field, and Lester Ryan stood in front of Jackie Terrell. Now, you know, protecting your centre back like that is going to be found out at some stage. You know, now he done it very well, I thought. He protected Jackie Terrell. Jackie didn't have a good league final. I think he has problems with their feet now, the same as any fella that's been at that age, and he has a lot of it done, he has a lot of mileage in the clock. But I think rather than looking at Henry, I think he'll have to look further back. It is at his defence, I think, this year, that if Brian Cody are going to have problems, I think that's where the problem is going to start.
You know, there's no mention of the Wexfords, the Offaly's. Sorry.
No, well, yeah, Wexford and Offaly, but look, Leinster, you would say, is where there's the biggest bunch of second tier in Carlow, Laois, Antrim coming down. Is it not a very sad reflection? The GNAT shooting themselves in the foot with this round robin system where you're confining these 5 counties Their entire championship season is in the month of May. 4 consecutive weeks, no league break, turfed out in May, win or lose, you're finished in May. And these are the counties you want to bring on. Like, is that just not?
And then have their county championship then in October.
Is that not
or November?
Is that ludicrous? Like Mount Leinster Rangers getting to a club final, we'll target Carlow, we'll promote Carlow. No, we'll confine Carlow to the month of May and we'll say thanks very much.
Yeah. Good point.
Should they're playing hurling when the weather was reasonably good? You know, the flip side of that argument, I suppose they're getting a couple of games, whereas if they were put out against, put through the propellers against Kilkenny, do you know what?
This year.
You can answer whatever way you want.
No, right, we're kind of put it this way.
You have to be very careful here, don't you?
Don't be careful, Enda.
I think all you can say is I make it 5 very legitimate McCarthy Cup contenders this year. Someone else might say 6 or 7. I think 5. And Kilkenny are one of them. Kilkenny are in a much better place than they were a year ago. They couldn't but be. But I do think this All-Ireland will take more winning than last year's All-Ireland. Simply because Kilkenny will be better, Clare will be better, Tipperary will be better, Galway will be better, Cork will, I think, have to be a little bit better to win it. So I think the standard this year will be higher, and that it will take a really good team to win it this year. I meant to mention Dublin. Apologies. Not sure will Dublin be as good as they were last year. Maybe they will be, but I think Dublin and Cork will have to be slightly better than they were last year to win the All-Ireland this year.